Yo, welcome back to a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of things to talk about in this video. But first of all, it's Black Clover greatness. And starting off, you guys have absolutely surpassed every limit I thought was ever possible. I asked you guys, let's see if we can get over 500 likes this time, and we got over 720 likes. That is just unheard of. That is just insane. Every single one of you enjoyed yesterday's Fury video. I've read every single one of your comments, and I've heard a lot of interesting factors of how it's almost impossible for that Fury to be true. And I've heard a lot of supporting factors, even stuff I never picked up on. So guys, as always, thank you all so much for all the support. Let's see once again if we can get this video over 500 likes. I'm not going to get cocky. I'm not going to ask for 700 again, because I know yesterday's video was just a one-off wonder boy. So guys, over 500 likes this video. Let's get it. So click that like button. On top of that, guys, I do just want to say, holy shit. Every single one of you have truly surpassed your limit. Once again, we got over 100 subscribers in the last 24 hours. We're now 17 away from 10,700. Guys, I'm not even kidding yet. If we go at this rate, we are truly going to surpass every limit imaginable by the end of 2021. Like, I can't even imagine how the end of 2021 is going to look like if we continue to amass 100 subs every day. That's like 1,000 subscribers every 10 days. That's 3,000 a month, which is just insanely amazing. So thank you guys so much for all your support. On top of that, guys, for every single one of you who want to go the extra mile, don't forget to click the join button. And for as little as $2 a month, you can actually directly support this channel and get some other cool extra perks. But we'll talk about that later. With that being said, guys, the artist for today's thumbnail, you should already know by now, is the legendary One Hooks. If you aren't following Hooks at this point, like, I don't even know what to tell you. So shoutouts to Hooks for letting me use his art for thumbnails. Hooks is an amazing Twitter artist. Their ad is literally Hooks_1. If you have Twitter, go shout them out. Be like, hey, Ashley Sami sent you. Hopefully, a lot of my fans have Twitter. I don't know. And finally, guys, as you all know, the next Black Clover chapter officially airs Sunday, January 17th. As always, we are going to be live streaming on Sunday, so I expect every single one of you to be on that live stream. On top of that, guys, the spoilers should be out on Wednesday. But with that being said, let's just jump straight into Black Clover chapter 278. Predictions. Alright, yo, jumping straight into it. Instead of actually talking about chapter 278, we're going to start with Black Clover chapter 276. Chapter 276 started with Langris invading. Langris go up against Xenon. Bang! Langris get a blow in, a damaging blow into Xenon with Yuno's new form. We then move on to Black Clover chapter 277. We go with Charlotte and Rill this time, and yo, Charlotte and Rill are doing damage. Charlotte gets a new form, and bang, damaging blow onto Vonica. So if I was a betting man, I don't know about you, but to me, it feels like it's a little obvious what's about to come next. And of course, it's going to be Jack and Nacht sneezing. Now, Nacht, we know, has two other forms we still haven't seen. One form which he's already used in this arc right now, that's currently with Asta, Game Modelo. Another form he used to invade the Spade, as Spade Capital, is his cap form, probably for stealth, etc. speed. But Nacht still has two other forms we have still not yet seen. But the one I'm really interested in is Jack. Jack the Ripper. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know, but Jack the Ripper is the name of a very, very famous murderer in the 1800s in the UK, where he murdered over like 200 people. The fact that Jack has this name, and Jack has been very underused in the Black Clover past. Like, he was there with Yami versus Langris when Langris was OP as fuck, and he helped Yami defeat Langris. But I feel like next chapter, Black Clover chapter 278, is really going to be Jack sneezing. I want to see what Jack is made of. I want to see what Jack the Ripper can do. I want to see him truly surpass his limits. Now, a lot of you might be wondering, hold up. Dante is body magic. How are Jack and Nacht going to counter that? Or hell, how are they even going to counter Dante's gravity magic? Well, I've been doing some Google research. It turns out the fact that shadows don't actually exist means they do not get affected by gravity. Now, don't quote me on the science. I'm pretty bad at science. I was good at it like 7 years ago, but I mean, times change. I'm now a Black Clover YouTuber. But anyway, gravity magic, the fact that it has no weight, is not affected by shadow magic. It doesn't affect shadow magic because shadows have no weight. Shadows simply don't exist. But if you increase the gravity a lot and turn it into sort of like a black hole, obviously that's going to affect shadow magic because shadows are a form of light. So it's going to be affected. So I'm really interested in how Yuki Tabata is going to do the science next chapter. I feel like the science is going to be the most hype part about next chapter because, yo, shadow magic going up against gravity magic is insane. And the fact that Nacht and Jack are up against Dante means that Nacht definitely has a plan to counter Dante's gravity magic. Nacht's been undercover, so there is absolutely no chance that Nacht would just go in with absolutely no plan. So I'm very excited to see what Nacht is going to bring to the table. But more than anything, I'm super excited about Jack versus Dante. Remember, Jack's magic is scythe magic. After a few cuts, Jack's cuts actually like form to that particular property and end up damaging the target. I believe that is why Nacht chose Jack, because Jack would be a perfect counter to Dante, similar to how anti-magic completely counters Dante's body magic. After a few cuts, Jack's cuts are actually going to start damaging and affecting Dante. So yo, Nacht is literally planned everything for this fight. But just in case we don't get that, just in case we don't, which we should, I mean, the elf arc started with, we saw Luck, we saw Leopold, we saw Charmy, and then they all got their hits in, and then it went back, and each of them revived. I feel like it's going to work the same way here. We saw Xenon, we saw Vonica, now we're going to see Dante get hit, and then we're going to go back with Xenon, Vonica, Dante, and then we're going to go with Austin and Noel. I know this sounds very predictable, but one thing you got to know is by doing this, it's much better because Yuki Tabata gets to actually show the progression of the side characters. I don't know about you, but in every other shonen manga I read, especially My Hero Academia, like, I know I'm calling out MHA here, but especially My Hero Academia, the side characters are extremely underused. Out of the main ones like Endeavor, All Might, Hawks, most of the cast is virtually unheard of, unused. Like, when's the last time you saw Ochako do something before the Toga fight, which for the record lasted like one chapter? So I'm very happy that although it's predictable, we actually get to see these new fights, get to see these new forms. Like Charlotte and Rill, like, that's a team up I never knew I wanted until this chapter. Like, that is such a cool team up. A lot of you might have missed it, but Rill actually made soil from his attacks, which obviously soil and plants go perfect in hand together. So Rill and Charlotte are an absolute wonder team. But other than that, if we don't end up somehow getting Nacht in Jack versus Dante, I am interested to see where Nozel, Fuguelion, and Dorothy are. Theoretically, Nozel, Dorothy, and Fuguelion are the Wonder Team. Like, that should be the strongest trio in this fight right now. Of course, obviously, we also got Seke and Valtos and Radis and Sally. But theoretically, Dorothy, Nozel, and Fuguelion should be the strongest trio. The fact that they're not in any of these fights is pretty interesting. Maybe Dorothy is waiting to enter the Xenon fight. Maybe Nozella's gonna come into the Vonica fight and Fuegoleon into the Dante fight like a little later. I'm not entirely too sure what Nacht's plan is, but I'm looking very much forward to the future of the Black Clover manga. If you enjoyed this video as much as I did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, for the final time, thank you so much for all your support on this channel recently. It really does mean the world to me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace!